Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Today, summer is officially heating up, and so are the hot topics. Wendy's sounding off on all the latest. And former Playmate and girl next door, Holly Madison, is here, and not holding back, with stories from her new book about Hef, Kendra, and more. Plus, we've got the summer's best beauty gadgets to make you look gorgeous. Now, here's Wendy!
Wow! Yeah. Hi! Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for watching. I know, you've got choices, but thanks for choosing us. My co-host, my beautiful, fashionable studio audience. Okay? I'm doing great. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Okay, no. Breaking news. Rick Ross, who I love, was just arrested for aggravated assault, battery, and kidnapping. Now wait, first of all, when you hear kidnapping, I know you're thinking old school, where they duct tape your mouth and tie your hands up. No, kidnapping could be like if an airline holds you on the runway too long and say you want to get off. You know, kidnapping is a really, it's not as serious sometimes as they say it is. Anyway, so as far as we all know, he reportedly got into a fight, allegedly, with a man working at his mansion. Now, the mansion is not just a mansion, it's a mansion. 50 rooms, he bought it from the real deal Holyfield. Now, what do you do with all this space? You know, it's not like he's got a bunch of kids. He's got a 13-year-old? Two kids.
One 13 and one 10.
And they probably live with the mother.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you do with, like for me, I'd be sleeping with every light on. Probably in the living room, because that's usually the room right next to the front door. Like, why? Anyway, Rick allegedly pistol whipped some workers working at And so Rick and his bodyguard were arrested. It's tough being a bodyguard these days, though. For these rappers and people like that. Like, now the bodyguard is in trouble because Rick might have said, grab my pistol. I don't know. But you know what? As far as I've always known, Rick Ross is a very nice man. He was arrested, however, for smoking weed in his Bentley with all the windows down about 2 weeks ago. I don't know who still smokes weed in the car. And I'm not condoning drug use, but remember there was a time like in the 70s and 80s and 60s where you could drive around and smoke weed in your car? But these, Rick, you got to stop doing that. First of all, you're driving a rolling siren by driving a Bentley. Then you got all the windows down, thinking that the smoke is not going to be trapped in the ceiling or in that plush carpet. I know that the seats are sumptuous and they're leather and, no smoke is being trapped there, but you gotta stop doing things like that. So I guess maybe they're in Georgia, where they still fly the Confederate flag. We'll get to that just a moment. Just a moment. that maybe Rick is a target for the law. But I also think the bigger picture is that Rick is a target for people who work in the house. Now, I want to shout out to everybody who works in houses. Shout out to people who worked in my house. We don't have a 50-room mansion. We don't have a mansion. But what we do have are my two eyes. And let me be very clear. When you come to the Hunter household, I am eyeballing you every second. And I'm nice to you. Like, I'll bring you bottled water cold. Or if you like room temperature, that too. You know, when you have your lunch break, I bring out, the used shopping bags so you can put your garbage in there. So I don't have to find cans of, stuff and wrappers in my shrubs. But I do have to say that with the 50 rooms, maybe one of these guys got his way into Rick's bedroom, into his watch collection. I'm not saying that would deserve a pistol whipping, but it would deserve some sort of discipline. Right? Anyway, Rick, if there's anything you'd like to add to this story, I'm here for you, and we'll keep you updated on the story. Thank you. Now, Mariah Carey. Look, well, she's a woman of a particular age. She's 45. And she's been dating this billionaire boyfriend. Remember, he's the 4th richest man in all of Australia. Yes. She's only been dating him for a few days, but they did spend Father's Day together on his yacht with her 2 twins, Monroe and Monrock. And then the twins tweeted out a picture. And we talked about this the other day. If I were Nick Cannon, I'd be very upset. Why are you introducing new men to my kids when you don't even really know this man either? Well, according to TMZ, things are moving fast. They're already talking marriage. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Sometimes when you're people of a particular age, it doesn't take a long time to date before you know, oh my gosh, I think I want to marry you. Let's be honest. Correct? Yes. But no, she doesn't need his money, gold digger. No, he's worth $4.7 billion. But let me just say that he didn't make it on his own. He inherited most of that from his mom and dad. Then you're like me. Shout out to all of the heiresses and heirs watching us right now. It's fabulous that your parents left you with something. Maybe I'm a little bitter because I come from humble beginnings and had to make my own bones. But I do have to say that I have a bigger appreciation for people who started with nothing and turned it into something. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it turns out that he's the one doing more talking about getting married than she is. No, TMZ used the word obsessed. He's obsessed with her. Now, you know what that can lead to. She doesn't need his money. I'm sure she loves throwing this in Nick's face. Nick doesn't care because he's got those young hot girls from Wild 'N Out. I'm sure Nick doesn't even, he's just happy to be done with it and that she gave him more shine than what he already had and that he's got Monroe and Monroe. In the meantime, so the billionaire is obsessed. So obsessed that he went to see her at a few of her Vegas shows and has loved her music since forever. Now, isn't this the way the relationship started with Nick Cannon? Nick obsessed and drooled over her for years. Then they got married quickly. I think that for Mariah, she needs to watch this one. This is not marriage material. Like, obsession is not, he said kidnapping. No, but obsession is a lot. And then in our morning meeting, I was asked by my Hot Topics producers, well, Wendy, do you think this guy might be like a Svengali? You know, he's 47 and, you know, has his money. He inherited most of it, made some of it. Do you think he's a Svengali like her first husband, Tommy Mottola? I said no, because Tommy Mottola lived on the road. Lived on the road. All right, never mind. I know it's early. No, but Tommy Mottola, I feel like, was a music Svengali. He was able to guide her career in an exact way because he was a music guy. This guy, while he dabbles in entertainment, that's with his loose change that he finds in the washing machine. His main job is not entertainment, so he can't tell her what to do as far as her octaves, and she can't tell him what to do as far as his thing. He owns casinos and stuff like that, so that means maybe after Vegas, should be performing in some of his casinos. I don't know. Mariah, I say sleep with both eyes open and the light on. And this is not the marrying guy. Only because it pains me to talk about people that I authentically like. But when I find their business out on the stoop of the Wendy show, I gotta bring it in and talk about it. Patty Stanger, millionaire matchmaker, is single again. Well, she was with her boyfriend. She was with her boyfriend of almost 3 years, but since they're not together anymore, can I make a joke? Yes. Can we do a side-by-side with him and Eddie Munster? I'm just saying. His name is David. I don't know what he does for a living, but whatever it is, you know, we know that Patty is the millionaire matchmaker. She's been on TV for several years. She's got a wonderful business and she's worth a lot of money. They've broken up after 3 years of dating. And already they say he's online looking for new girlfriends. I don't know, but back to Patty. Patty, I just feel, and you and I've talked, Patty, come on. Like when your mom was alive, our moms went wig shopping. They'd sit at the pool in Miami. Like they were friends. Your stepfather, Mel, my father, Tom, like, you know, so it's weird to talk, but I'm just saying, Patty, and we've talked about this before when you've come here. I always say, Patty, when are you going to get married? Because it looks a little crazy that the millionaire matchmaker hasn't found her own match. And Patty, I love, you know, the millionaire match. I'll still watch the show. I don't care whether she's matched up or not. You know why? Because I understand her personality, maybe because we're both from Jersey, within like 2 miles of each other. Well, we're both from Jersey. I understand her, you know, that pushy, big mouthy, you know, that thing it's very entertaining to watch on TV. Maybe not so much if you're a boyfriend. I don't know. I know how to dial mine back though. I'm soft when I get home. I'm pink. But Patty, I just feel like, and then one of my producers, Emily, was saying that, well, maybe it's good for business if Patty doesn't have a boyfriend, because when you go on Millionaire Matchmaker and when you watch it, you don't perhaps want to see a married woman who's not familiar with the dating scene right now. And I was like, Emily, that's why you're here at the show. Because I need that opinion. So, in conclusion, I as Patty's peer, would love to see her married to give credibility to the millionaire matchmaker thing. But Emily is a 20-something, and she says that she likes that Patty is single because she's identifying. So we're split here at Wendy, but Patty, either way, I'm sorry about David, but you know, I'm sure it was for the best. And good luck with everything, Patty. And I don't even understand why debating over the Confederate flag is a debate. Shout out to all my Jewish friends. What if you walked in the dorm room and saw your roommate with a swastika flag? You know what I mean? People don't do that. So as a black person, if I walk in the dorm room and I see my new roommate in September with the Confederate flag, I'm thinking, wait, first of all, racist. Second of all, that was part of like the slave, like, really? And I love Kid Rock. Sometimes if I squint, I think he's good looking. Right? But Kid Rock loves a Confederate flag. So I'm conflicted with loving him. Because I don't think he's racist, but he's flying the flag that to me means racist. Like when I'm down south and I'm behind a car and I see the Confederate flag and a gun rack, I don't even speed up to pass. I get in the slow lane or maybe the shoulder and drive like just let him just go, just go. So big companies are on board with getting rid of this Confederate flag, like Walmart and Amazon and eBay. And, you know, there are a lot of flag companies in this country that make flags, the American flag and the Confederate flag. And a lot of those flag companies are saying they're no longer making them for public consumption. They're only making them for the purpose of period pieces for movies. You know, when the story has to be told, you need a Confederate flag. I have one thing to say. I guess I've said more than that, but all right, I have a lot to say. Look, I'm doing my 12-city comedy tour in August. No. And I'm going everywhere. You can go to wendyshow.com. I'll be in Dallas and Houston and Chicago and Kansas City and stuff, but I will also be in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And I'll be in Durham, North Carolina. Now, all I'm saying to my country cousins, shout out to you all. You all really do need, some of you who believe that this flag is okay, you really do need to step into modern times. If you understand, I love you, but you need to step into modern times. I don't want to see any Confederate flags at my show, because I'm doing my sit-down tour. I'm coming in peace with no prejudice. I want to tell you my jokes. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's not talk show Wendy. You have some Jack Daniels, some moonshine, whatever, and you sit in that audience and I will entertain you. And the audience is gonna look like the audience does right here. Do you see all these beautiful people? Do you see them all? They're young and they're old and they're all kinds of colors. I even thought I saw my favorite sales lady from the Neiman Marcus at the Short Hills Mall. Is that you? Hey, girl. Anyway, I'm coming in peace. Shout out to the country cousins. How you doing? Okay. So, how would you feel if someone got your face tattooed on their body? Clap if you'd be really flattered. Okay. You all need a hug. I'm giving them out free during the commercial break. No, the majority of the audience understands that is totally obsessive and creepy and weird. Well, Lil Wayne likes it. I mean, okay, one of his fans got his face tattooed on their arm, and Wayne shouted the fan out on Twitter. But what's interesting about this, first of all, a lot of my staffers here at Wendy said that that's a horrible tattoo artist. I said, no, it's not. If you were to see him on the subway, you would say, oh, that's Little Wayne on your arm. I would. But what's interesting is that the fan got Wayne's face tattooed along with Wayne's tattoos. So it's like tattoos within tattoos. Anyway, a little creepy, stalkeristic, and killeristic, but if Wayne likes it, fine. So, and my thought about tattoos is like Amber Rose got Wiz Khalifa's face tattooed and now they're not together anymore, and she got it removed. But my thing is, no matter how much you love somebody, sometimes including your own kids, because kids can turn on you too. Right? No matter how much you love somebody, don't get their face tattooed, because we did our research and it's 30 sessions at what? Oh, 10 30-minute sessions costing about $5,000. So that turns out to be a big mistake, correct? All right, well, that's it for Hot Topics. We've got more great show for you. Holly Madison is finally here. Holly has written a juicy tell-all book about what it's like to be Hugh Hefner's girlfriend. Plus, we're going to show you this summer's must-have beauty gadgets. But up next, we're hitting the streets of Chicago for an all-new edition of Street Talk. So don't go far. Thanks. The shockers and Hot Topics. This information wasn't supposed to get out. I have no idea how we got our hands on it. Plus, he's bringing his family empire to TV. We get the tea from Master P. Delicious.
Tomorrow on an all-new Wendy.
Watchers are some opinionated people all over the country, so we're hitting the streets with Street Talk nationwide. Thanks to our friends at Metro PCS, where you can get the best deal, unlimited data, talk, and text for just $30 a month on select devices. Let's check out what the streets of Chicago have to say about some of their favorite celebrities. Roll it. Which celebrity do you want to take on summer vacation?
The celebrities I'd love to take on summer vacation are Amber Rose and Black China. We could go camping, roast marshmallows, and when it's time to set up the tent, you know they've experienced working the poles.
The celebrity I'd take on vacation with me for the summer would be Serena Williams. We'd go bicycling across the country on one of those bikes built for two, and I would just ride on the back seat, just enjoy the view.
The celebrity I would want to take on my summer vacation would be Lindsay Lohan, because she's finally off probation. I would take her to my old summer camp so we could be counselors to a bunch of teenagers. What could possibly go wrong?
Which celebrity do you want to be a backup dancer for?
I would love to be a backup dancer for J-Lo at her show in Vegas, mostly because I would love to do anything standing behind J-Lo. I like big butts. I cannot lie.
I would be a background dancer for MC Hammer. I mean, I know we old and maybe played out, but for me, it's always gonna be Hammer time.
Celebrity I want to be a backup dancer for is Katy Perry. You've never seen a sexy shark dance for you till you see me, baby.
Which celebrity do you want to have a summer romance with?
The celebrity I want to have a summer romance with is Bradley Cooper, the man of my dreams. I'm going to hang over, under, and on top of you, Bradley. Bradley Cooper.
The celebrity I want to have a summer romance with is Lucius from Empire. Cookie, I'm taking your man, I'm taking your wardrobe, and I'm taking your hair.
The streets are always talking and we're always listening. Don't forget, with Metro PCS, you'll be on the fast nationwide T-Mobile network. Up next, Holly Madison is spilling the tea on her nightmare relationship with Hugh Hefner. Don't go far. First guest spent 7 years living a seemingly glamorous life as one of Hugh Hefner's girlfriends. She's got a new book out. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole. In it, she reveals that her dream life at the Playboy Mansion was actually a disaster. Yes, please clap it up for our friend, Holly Madison. Hi, Holly. You look terrific. As usual. No, I've waited for this day. Thank you. I've waited for this day. I've read excerpts of the book. I've seen you do interviews. And no, this book is awesome.
Thank you.
What made you decide to write this piece of juiciness?
Well, for so many years, I just didn't want to talk about my time at the mansion. You know, everybody would ask me about it, and I just kind of give, you know, light, positive, dismissive answers because I wanted to be known, you know, as myself and, you know, do my own thing and, you know, push whatever I was doing and not really talk about that. But it turned into the elephant in the room that I really couldn't get away from. And, you know, I hold myself accountable for all the decisions I made in my book and explain why I made them. So I'm really proud of it, and it's something, you know, that I'd be proud for even my daughter to read one day.
Well, Kendra wrote a book. Was Kendra's book kind of soft-shoeing around the harsh reality of living there?
I think in a way, yeah. I think she was still very much part of the Playboy machine when she wrote it, but also our experiences were very different because I was there for about 4 years before she was, and things were a little different then.
What was the big red flag to Hugh Hefner, and perhaps this might not be the best decision to live there?
You know, looking back, there were a lot of them, but I closed my eyes to them for so long because I really liked him and wanted to like him and believe the best about him. You know, we all have that friend who's in a horrible relationship, and they bitch and moan about it, but they don't ever leave, and, you know, they're in love with that person, and that was definitely me.
That was you.
So there were a lot of red flags, but I didn't see them. I kind of woke up from the whole thing seemingly overnight after I'd been there about 7 years because Bridget and Kendra were leaving, going their own separate ways, and I was becoming the only person there, which was something that I thought I'd wanted for so long, and certainly everybody else thought it was what I wanted, but without the other girls to kind of play off and, you know, have drama with, his true colors started coming out to me a little bit more, and I freaked out.
So now you write in the book that Hef was verbally and emotionally abusive to you. How?
Well, there's a lot of specific examples in the book, but one thing that comes to mind is once, right before we started filming the show, I'd been there a couple years, and I was starting to get really depressed. I always tried my best to be the best girlfriend I could. I tried my best to be happy and, you know, embrace the situation and the decision I'd made to move in there. But I was really depressed. I was feeling kind of suicidal, and I was kind of having a breakdown and, you know, crying and telling him about it and saying, I think I need to go see a psychiatrist. And he said, no, a psychiatrist would just tell you to leave. You can go talk to my secretary. So that was a little bit of a red flag.
Jeez. Did he use money to control you?
Well, I think everybody was attracted to the situation because of the glamorous lifestyle, and, you know, people wanted to be in the magazine and things like that. So it was definitely, I mean, people kind of look at the situation and they think, you know, you must have got a lot of money or had it made and things like that. And it was definitely a glamorous thing to be a part of in a way, but it wasn't something that you, like, went and got rich off of or anything like that.
Well, would you get an allowance?
Yeah, we would get a clothing allowance for events, things like that.
Yeah. Were you able to save any of that money to plan your escape?
It was definitely important for me to save. I had a lot of, you know, student loans that I need to pay off and debt and things like that. Yeah. So it was important for me to try and save. But, you know, you also wanted to keep up with the treadmill and look good and, you know.
Otherwise, they'll toss you right out.
That's what we felt like.
And a lot of you girls really did not want to have sex with him, is what I was reading.
Well, all the girls were very much like wanted to get it over with, and
yeah. And so he would enjoy watching you girls with each other, and then one of you would eventually have to have sex with him. How was that?
Well, I mean, it's all in the book, but I didn't really want to write 50 Shades of Grandpa.
Yeah, Grandpa. With all of the different feelings about him, and I know was reading one of your first encounters was one night you all were at the club and he offered you a Quaalude, and you said you don't take drugs, and he said back in his day they called them thigh openers.
Yeah.
Thigh openers. Did Hef take Quaaludes?
I don't know if he actually took them, but I saw him offer them to girls almost every night we went out for a couple of years early on.
Wow. So with all this going on, why did you want to have a baby with him?
Well, when I was with Hef, you know, I really cared about him, and I always had his back, and I wanted to make the relationship the best I could, and I wanted to be the only girlfriend, and I wanted marriage and family someday. So I was really, I didn't really realize what kind of a guy he was until later, and it finally, like, hit me in the face, and I couldn't really be in denial anymore.
Yeah. Well, how did he react when you told him that you're breaking up with him? Because she broke up with him. He didn't just throw her out.
Yeah, it was... It was hard because we were still filming the show and we had a season to wrap up. I had like one more scene or two more scenes left to do to kind of like establish that I was leaving. But he, you know, he very much wanted me to stay and continue doing the show and continue staying there. And he kind of seemed like a little bit in denial, like I was going to change my mind. But when I woke up from the spell, I just woke up overnight. And
so he tried to, I was reading, put you in his will as a last lure to stay?
Yeah, as I was packing up my things, he knew I was going in to pack up my things, and I found this folder on the bed, and it was his will, and I'd seen that he left me several $1 million in his will, and I thought it was really strange that, you know, he would leave that out there for me to see as kind of like, you know, he wanted to get in my head and make me want to stay, and at that point it just wasn't about that, and I knew I needed to leave, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, because, you know, and I admire you for that, because there are a lot of young women who would have stayed, you know, for the $3 million and just put up with it. But not everybody is moved by money.
Yeah, and it's scary, you know, to go out on your own when you're known for, like, dating somebody notorious like Hugh Hefner. A lot of people judge, and that was why I was scared to leave for so long, is I was scared of people's judgments, and I was scared of, you know, going out and having all this baggage, because even to this day, it's still something that everybody asks me about, and, you know, that's why I wanted to come out and tell my story. Well,
life certainly did turn out well for you. I mean, I see why you're Teflon in terms of writing this book. You don't need Hef anymore. You've got your husband, Pascal, right, who Hot Topics Googled is worth $10 million.
I was doing fine before I got married, though.
I know you are. You had a very, very successful run there in Vegas. You know, you seem like a very smart girl. Your beautiful daughter, Rainbow. Pascal looks like Ricky Gervais. Right there. What does he do for a living?
He throws parties. He's an event producer.
Nice. And so, I mean, so it's all worked out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very, very happy, and, you know, I'm excited to finally share my story and, you know, tell my side of the story. And
yeah. What does your husband think about the book?
Well, I mean, he thought parts of it were painful to read because he doesn't like reading about things that were hurtful to me, but he's very proud that I'm telling my story and finally telling the truth.
Yeah. Has Hef responded to this book?
He's made a statement. I was told about it earlier this morning. But I wrote the book not because I had an axe to grind or because I wanted any kind of reaction from him or wanted to say ha-ha. I just wanted to tell my story and hopefully inspire other women, if they're in a bad relationship or a bad situation, to move on and not feel branded by a choice they made or a person they're known to be with.
Yeah. One thing in the statement, he alluded to you rewriting history and wanting to be in the spotlight to stay relevant, you know, which...
Well, I think, you know, he thinks I'm doing it for fame because he can't grasp the fact that a woman would have a message and a story to tell. I mean...
Well, I'm glad that you're here, and thank you for writing this book. It's very interesting. Pick up Holly's book. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole. Everyone in our studio audience is going home with your juicy coffee. We'll be right back. Shows have gone away, but we've stayed to play on Wendy. And this Monday, it's a supersized dose of super juicy hot topics. Plus, we're breaking down the fashion at the BET Awards.
She looks like that dancing emoji that we all love so much.
Monday on an all-new Wendy.
I'm about to present to you the best stuff because summer is here and we can all, you know, the weather takes a toll on our skin and our hair. And here to show us the season's must-have beauty gadgets to keep us looking good in the heat from Cosmo Latinas. Say hello to their beauty editor, Missy Almodovar.
Almodovar.
Hi, Millie. Nice to have you back.
Thank you.
Millie, my mouth is watering at this presentation. Let's go.
It should be. Okay, this is the Instrumental Beauty Cellulite Massager, right?
Okay.
Do you know that at one point in their life, over 90% of women have had cellulite?
Yeah, everyone gets something, either stretch marks or cellulite.
Yeah, so cellulite is very common, and a lot of people say that cellulite will form in areas with a lack of circulation.
Okay.
So this is why you want to try the Instrumental Beauty Cellulite Massager. This has 2 frequencies, low and high. I'm on high right now.
Okay.
And look, and this massages your area. Look at that.
Wow, it's violent.
Yeah, no, it's not violent.
Oh my God.
Listen, it feels good.
Let me feel.
Listen. Look at that.
Oh.
Yes. Listen, sometimes when my husband wants a massage on his back, that's what I do. I just use this.
And so you put the cream on.
You put the cream on first, and then you use this.
Now, how much is this?
This is $60.
$60.
Yeah. Now I'm not saying it's gonna get rid of it, but it does help reduce it.
Okay, come on.
Okay. This is the micro pedi. Listen.
I know.
Listen. No crusty feet allowed in the summer, right? Right. Listen. No, we don't want that. Listen, this rotates 30 times a second, right?
I picked up one from the drugstore like a month ago. I'm obsessed. I got one at home and one in the office for 30 bucks.
30 bucks. It is crazy what it does. It is the only rotating pedi device to have the American Podiatric Seal of Acceptance.
Okay.
So this is huge. And it comes in 3 strengths. It's like normal, super, and if your feet feel like concrete, get the extreme.
Okay. All right, so 30 bucks for that.
$30
What else,
for that.
Millie? What is this?
All right, this is the Illuminage Touch Permanent Hair Reduction, right? It is the only FDA, you know, it's all about being hairless for the summer. It's the only FDA.
The summer?
Yeah, well, all the time, true.
How about hairless for life?
Yeah, true. True. But this is great because it's the only FDA-cleared device to work on all skin tones. Usually you had to be lighter skin. Right, to use it.
Yes.
Right. So this is the only, and listen, it's painless. Most of these devices, they hurt. This one does not hurt. Look, yeah.
Oh,
Let
wow.
me hold on. Let me show you how. Listen, you have to press the this button here.
Yeah.
Right, and it gives you the speed. And look, you have to shave beforehand, and then you just move it around.
Oh wait, so you shave beforehand?
Yeah, and you see that? Look, it's not hurt. It doesn't hurt. I'm good.
And then this will help permanently remove.
Yes,
the
all
follicles.
the hair. Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
So okay. This is expensive. How much is this?
This is $300, but a laser treatment is like $250, $300 too. Yeah, so let's go into that beach waver. This is the beach waver created by a mom who never had time to do her hair.
Okay.
It gives you perfect beach waves in like 10 minutes. So it's 3 steps. Step 1, put your hair in the device. Step 2, just use that arrow to rotate it up. You have to count for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Look at those beach waves.
Emma. Okay.
Yes.
This is great. Emma's from our audience now. How much is this?
$129. Isn't that great for perfect beach waves? Perfect beach waves.
Okay, come on.
Okay, so this is the Patology Energizing Eye Patches. You know in the summer you're going out a little more, drinking. You know, in the morning it shows up all over your face. You know that? You got the under eye bags. This is great. It was created by the inventors of the nicotine and estrogen patch.
Okay.
So what it does is you put these activating gel on the patches, and these contain hyaluronic acid, ochre peptide.
I've seen these at high-end department stores.
Right, yes. It brightens, depuffs, and hydrates the eye area. You put this here. I would put it on, but I don't want to mess my makeup up.
Right.
So it would put it, and for 20 minutes later, you look like you just like woke up. It looks amazing.
Okay. How much is this?
This one is $75.
75 bucks.
Yes.
But you get 24 and use them for special occasions.
Yeah, you only use them for like once a week special occasions.
Okay.
Yes, cool on the go. Yesterday, how hot was it yesterday?
Okay.
How hot was it yesterday? I mean, it was hot. It was like 95 degrees. And listen, I was not, but guess what? I wasn't hot because I had this. This is the Cool on the Go.
Let me feel.
Okay, feel it. Listen, it gives you Beyonce wind hair, too. Look at that.
Oh.
Look at that. Look at that. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Look at it.
It really is cool.
Yes.
It really is cool.
Right, and it's rechargeable. You use it for 5 hours. You charge it once, and it works for 5 hours.
We need this for the breast cancer walk.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and listen, it keeps your makeup it stops your makeup from melting.
Yes.
It's amazing. And you can wear it. I wear mine. I put it in. It stays here.
And for those of you going through the change of life, this is good to. How much is this?
Yes, $30.
$30.
and it's good for your kids.
Good for the kids. Perfect. Now,
Okay.
what is this? What's going on?
Okay, this is the Lumi LED light for your phone, right? Everyone needs this, Wendy. And you know who told me about this? Beyonce stylist Ty Hunter.
Okay.
Yes, this is an LED. What it does is it brings light to every single one of your pictures. Let's show those before and after, guys. Look at the before and afters. Yes. It doesn't matter what time you take it. Also, it makes you look better. You know, lighting is everything for pictures.
Of course.
Hello, so it gives you like a filter effect. Should we take a selfie?
Yes, come on.
Okay, ready? 1, 2.
Okay. Now, how much is this?
This is $45. It comes with for the iPhone 6 and the Android Galaxy.
This stuff was a fantastic presentation. Hey, co-host, my studio audience, you're all going home with everything. Really lovely to see you again. For your chance to win these products, go to my Facebook page and make sure that you pick up a copy of this month's Cosmo for Latinas. It's on newsstands now. Ask Wendy is next.
Do you want to be my next co-host? Okay, good. Go to wendyshow.com, request your free tickets, and be a part of my studio audience. Make sure you dress to impress. I can't wait to see you.
Time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. My name is Bria. How you doing?
Good, Bria. How can I help?
Me and my husband have been married for 5 years, and he started hitting the gym, and his confidence level is going way too far. And now he's looking good, but now he's starting to post half-naked pictures on Facebook, and he's getting a lot of attention from women. What should I do?
Tell him to stop.
Showing his V.
Showing his V. Oh, he's got a V?
He's showing his V.
You tell him in the name of marriage he better stop. Okay?
Yes.
This is not even a conversation.
Absolutely.
What if you started posting pictures?
Oh, boy.
Right?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you got to tell him to stop.
Thanks, Wendy.
Now.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you for being here today. Up next, everybody, we're going to play Who's That? Don't go far. Stacy's from Philly. It's time to play Who's That? We're going to scramble a picture. You have to guess who it is, okay? And I'm going to give you a hint. She's an Oscar-winning actress who's split from her actor boyfriend of 1.5 years. She also has an adopted black son. We talk about them on Hot Topics. Don't tell her.
Reese Witherspoon?
No. Okay. She starred in Monsters. All right, her boyfriend was Sean Penn.
I don't know.
Do you watch every day? Tape it, Wendy. You miss a day, you miss a lot. It's Charlize Theron, but everybody's a winner here at Wendy. You got yourself a Google Next 9 tablet. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We'll be right back. Tomorrow, rap mogul Master P stops by. Love you for watching today. I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye.